Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in here on gold and the dollar. We'll start it off with the dollar. So we're still trying to turn this trend around. You can see it's been a prolonged downtrend on the daily time frame. The oversold bounce is underway. We had a bullish reversal hammer, confirmed it, made it all the way up here. Our new resistance to be watching is the high of this bounce. That's up at 92.66. And the bulls have to form a higher low and then a higher high to change this trend, which we have only done. We did a little brief higher low and higher high here on the daily, but we had multiple tops, lots of upper wicks, and the weekly time frame ended up being another bear flag. So what happens here is we see the bulls attempting to form a higher low right now, support at 91.58. But even if we do get this higher low and higher high, we then have to look to the weekly and just be cautious that it is not a bear flag like that last time. So for this oversold bounce to really get some momentum favoring the bulls, it has to be a weekly bounce, a lower high, and then a higher low on the weekly. We can see last week this upper wick is certainly not giving a lot of confidence to the bulls. So until we see the weekly chart with a higher low and a higher high, which has not happened since our top was hit back in December, then the bears remain in control longer term. We have the RSI coming off of oversold right now, so keeping an eye on the potential of the things to turn around. But again, the bulls have a lot of proving to do, first on the daily, then on the weekly. In the meantime, gold, a little bit of a break in the correlation. You see, saw a decent amount of downside on Friday with the dollar pulling back, and you look at gold and we were still red. We did see a little bit of upside, but we closed at the low of the day. So this was a bullish reversal hammer trying to put the bulls back in control and establish a higher low, but we did not confirm that candlestick, and we still ended the week with weakness. So support is 13.1574, and if we break that level, we know further consolidation is coming, and the bears are going to remain in control of the short term. Key resistance is 13.3459 and 13.3426, a little bit of a double top on those two bounce attempts right here. So that's the range we're currently watching, but cautious as a bull as the weekly chart is indicating that a pullback is coming, a bearish candlestick, and watching for further downside. We'll be looking to form a higher low, but this is coming after a 2-week breakout, and if we do break the low of last week, I'll be looking down at 1300 psychological as a support level to be back tested. So in the meantime, the bull miners seeing very similar action to gold, where we had the bullish candlestick and the attempt to hold the daily middle Bollinger Band and form a higher low at 24.05, but this candlestick on Friday is not giving convincing action that our higher low has been set. It's a double bottom at 24.05, so clearly if 24.05 breaks, we have further downside coming, and 1300 will line up around the mid $23 range. That's where we were last time we were at 1300, so that would be a potential target if we break this double bottom. We have lower highs on the daily time frame now, 6 days in a row. Bulls need to break that level to add a bit of confidence that our higher low on the daily time frame just may have been set. And this is very healthy consolidation. 3-week breakout over the Bollinger Band, a little bearish candlestick last week being confirmed this week, and the question is just how much pullback are we going to see? But again, it is very healthy at this point. GDXJ is doing the same thing, but weaker. Increase in bear volume, break of the low of Thursday, and a clear lower high, lower low pattern continuing to play out. Close near the low of the week at 35.23. So the next support level we're looking at down here is 34.79, the low of the last consolidation. So bears are in control of the junior miners more so than the senior miners, but definitely watching for the senior miners to potentially see some further pullback as well. Weekly time frame, bearish reversal, inverted hammer, or a shooting star on the weekly being confirmed, and again the close at the low of the week means further downside is likely coming. So where we stand right now, bear miners has the short-term momentum and the direction to be looking at in the short term, but we can also be scouting a bullish re-entry here after a breakout on the weekly time frame from a tight range. So I will be scouting for gold to form a higher low on the weekly time frame, and I'll be looking for GDX and GDXJ to do the same. But right now, the way we ended last week, we're not getting any indication that that's going to happen in the immediate short-term future. So just patiently watching for the first few days this next coming week. And if gold does break that low of last week, then we know further downside is coming, and 1300 will be the target to be keeping an eye on. So we'll continue to check back in on gold and keep an eye on it. Nice to finally see the miners get some action again after being tight for so long. I appreciate you watching and hope you have a good rest of your weekend.